I almost didn't watch it. This video. I almost clicked away. Because I was afraid of what I would hear. Because the unknown feels heavier than the truth. I know that feeling. And if you're here right now, you probably know it too. Today I'm talking about something almost no one talks about. Not because it's wrong to know, but because most people believe, if I don't know it, I don't have to carry it. But the opposite is true. Not knowing is the heavy burden. Knowledge, that sets you free. Not completely, not all at once, but it takes away the moment's cruelest weapon, uncertainty. Today I'll explain what happens during euthanasia. Honestly, medically correct, step by step. Not to make you ready. No one is ever fully ready. That's not a weakness, that's human. But so you know what really happens. So you can decide if you want to be there. So you don't freeze with fear in that moment over something you imagine to be worse. Because almost everyone who was there says afterwards, it was different than I thought. Calmer, more dignified. I'm asking you, please listen. Even if it's hard, especially then, you can do this. And if you have to cry after this video, then that's right. That's grief getting some air. Before we begin, I want to tell you something more important than anything medical. You're not here to prepare like for an exam. You're here because you love her. And this love, exactly this love, is why you're seeking this knowledge now. That is brave. I also want to tell you, many people watching this video haven't made the decision yet. Some are still thinking. Some just made it. Some are remembering a moment that has passed. The same applies to all three. This knowledge belongs to you. It's your right. It doesn't make you weak. And it doesn't change the weight of the decision, but it changes how you walk through it. There are two phases, two steps. I'll explain both, slowly, clearly, without medical jargon. The first phase is called sedation, meaning calming. It's the gentlest part of the whole process. The vet gives an injection, often a combination of a painkiller and a sedative. These medications work together. They first take away the fear, then the tension, then the pain. Your cat begins to relax. You see it in the muscles loosening up, in the eyes. Her eyes get heavier. She blinks slower. She might still look for your hand, your voice. This usually takes 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes faster, depending on weight and health condition. In these minutes, exactly in these minutes, you are still completely with her. Say her name. Stroke her fur, in the spot she always liked. Talk to her, even if you think she isn't listening. She is listening, not with the ears of being awake, but she feels the warmth. She feels you. This isn't comfort I'm making up. This is what vets observe daily at hundreds of farewells. It's also what behavioral science confirms. Cats orient themselves towards familiar stimuli when stressed. Their sense of smell is active until the end, and your smell is the most familiar one in her life. That means your presence isn't symbolic. It is physiological. It affects her nervous system. She calms down because you are there, not because she decided to, because her body reacts to you. Cats don't look for safety from strangers in this moment. They look for the familiar. And the most familiar thing in her life, that's you. Your voice, your smell, your hand. Be there. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. Just being there, that's enough. That's all she needs. Maybe you're asking yourself, should I talk? Should I be quiet? Should I say her name? There is no wrong answer, but I'll tell you what most people do in this moment. They whisper, quietly, things meant only for her. Thank you. I love you. You were so good. These words aren't a goodbye. They are the last conversation, and it doesn't have to be a perfect one. You can also cry. You can also be quiet. You can also simply leave your hand on her. What you give is your presence, and your presence is the greatest thing you can give her in this moment. Some people bring a little piece of home, a favorite blanket, a worn t-shirt. Because a familiar smell soothes. Because the familiar in a strange room means safety. That's not sentimentality. That's animal psychology. That's what counts for her, not for us. When she is completely relaxed and her eyes close heavily, the second phase begins. And I want you to know, she is already sleeping. She is already calm. She doesn't feel what comes next. The second phase is the actual euthanasia. The vet gives a second injection, a higher dose. The medication is called pentobarbital, a barbiturate used globally in veterinary medicine for this purpose. It acts directly on the brain. Like this, consciousness fades first, before the heart stops. That is the difference that changes everything, and the reason why this process is called humane. In a natural death, the heart stops first, then consciousness fades. Sometimes there's pain in this gap. With euthanasia, it's reversed. Consciousness gone first, then the heart. No gap, no moment of suffering. That is not an opinion. That is neurophysiology. That is what science knows about consciousness and brain function. From the moment consciousness fades, she is no longer there to feel anything. The cardiac arrest, which comes after, is no longer an event for her. It's just biology. The heart stops, usually within 30 to 60 seconds, sometimes faster, sometimes a bit longer. The vet listens with a stethoscope. He nods at you, then it's over. In this moment, many people do something they can't explain themselves. They stay seated. They keep holding her. They don't want to end this moment. That's right. You don't have a time limit. You don't have to be anywhere. You can stay as long as you need. The vet will respect that. A good vet will stand quietly nearby and give you space. Many people say later, those minutes were strangely calm. Not empty, calm. They can't find another word for it. That's no coincidence. That is the heart catching its breath before it knows how to keep going. Now I want to talk about something that surprises many people or scares them if they aren't prepared for it. There are things you might see or hear that don't mean what you fear. First, one last, deep breath. Sometimes you hear it. It sounds heavy. It sounds final. That is not pain. That is a reflex of the respiratory center in the brainstem, biology, not consciousness. Second, the eyes. Cats often don't close their eyes completely at the end. That is normal in animals. It doesn't mean she is still awake. It doesn't mean she is suffering. It's simply anatomy. If it bothers you, you can gently close her eyes with your hand. The vet will understand. Third, a slight twitching of the muscles. Sometimes that happens in the seconds after losing consciousness. Those are reflexes of the peripheral nervous system, not consciousness, not pain, not a reaction to you. Her brain is already quiet. This small reflex happens without knowing, without experiencing, automatically, like a clock winding down. I'm telling you this so you don't think in that moment, she is suffering, because she isn't. I'm telling you so you can stay with her, calmly, even if your heart breaks, even if the tears come. And I'll tell you something else I consider very important. You don't have to find these things beautiful. You don't have to find any of it okay. You are allowed to find it hard. You are allowed to find it wrong. Your feelings in this moment are not wrong, no matter how contradictory they feel. Some people feel nauseous. Some cry loudly. Some sit very still and feel nothing at all at first. The numbness sometimes comes later, when you are home, when you see her empty spot. All of that is normal. All of that is part of it. Grief has no right way, only yours. Crying is not wrong. Trembling is not. Nothing you feel is wrong. But your cat, she is already beyond everything that hurts in this moment. That is the truth. Now comes what I consider the most important thing. The only thing that really matters from everything I'm saying today. She has no fear. Not at the end. Not in this last hour. Not when you are there. Fear comes from uncertainty, from feeling alone, from not understanding what is happening. Cats feel what you feel. They register your calmness, your voice, your heartbeat under your hand. When you tell her it's okay, even if it's the hardest thing you've ever said, then she believes you, because she has believed you since day one. That won't change. Euthanasia isn't the moment she loses. It's the moment she is protected. Protected from more suffering, from more exhaustion, from a natural death that could mean weeks of struggling. You give her that, not because you're giving up, but because your love is big enough to bear it. And now, after everything I've explained to you, I want to ask a question you might not have asked yet. Not to me, to yourself, to the feeling that sits beneath all this knowledge. What do you need to walk through this moment? What does she need from you? Maybe the answer is nothing special, just you, your hand, your voice, your presence. Maybe the answer is a little more time, a few more days. Wait and see what happens. Both are right, because the only answer that matters is the one that comes from within, not from outside. And this moment, this last moment, must feel right for both of you, as good as it can. That deserves no comment, no answer, no sharing. That deserves silence. If you are sitting next to her tonight, or if you are with her in your memories, then you know now what really happened in that moment. What was real? What is true? She didn't suffer. You don't have to talk yourself into this. That is the truth, medically, humanly, and real in every sense of the word. Take a moment tonight, just one, for yourself, for her, for what was between you. No video, no scrolling, just you, and the thought of her, and the silence that belongs to you. This silence is not a loss. It is what remains when love no longer needs a body to be there. You gave her that, everything you could, in every moment you had. That was enough. That was more than enough. That was everything.